So, what else does 1992 have to offer? Something that's...
Well, it's actually the very last thing that 1992 has to offer us.
Really?
Yep. And it's Fatal Fury 2.
Fatal Fury 2, here we go again! Right,
Just
Fatal Fury
can't get it again.
2. And this one features my favorite boss of the entire series, Wolfgang Krauser. He's pretty rad.
Oh, by the way, Arthur, the chat's correcting you. Sammy didn't buy SNK, they bought Sega.
Oh, well. But isn't SNK owned by Sammy as well?
Apparently Playmore bought SNK.
Oh, right. Well, thank you for that correction. I misremembered. Terribly sorry.
We all learned something today.
Not really. In any case, Fatal Fury 2, more technically and technologically advanced than the first game, and we get a first look at the lady that became the big boobs of the SNK era, Mai Shiranui. My good lord, there is so much porn of that woman online you wouldn't believe it.
I'll just keep myself
Literally thousands of terabytes of porn. In any case, let's get right in there. P.S. If you ever actually manage to dodge a punch by jumping, yeah. Alright, and we can now actually play as that bastard that kicked our ass in the last one. Well, let's start out as Terry as usual. And take on Kim Kapan, why don't we? Kim?
Yeah, it sounded like there should have been a bit something more after that. So, nope.
Attack is Kim. One thing to note is that the range of the power wave was greatly increased in Fatal Fury 2, so it's a lot more viable as an attack technique than it used to be. Although it is also an excellent wake-up technique thanks to this. Oh, oops, sorry about that, old man. And I should probably explain that. The first game had 2 depths you could fight in. This one has 3. And usually in every level, 2 of those have some sort of danger in them. Such as these bikes in this one. This basically means, yeah, don't go out there because they will hit you and it hurts.
So if you're really low in health and you just wanted to be really, really annoying, could you just sort of jump in and out of the levels constantly and have a little goose chase?
The problem is that if you're in a different level, the opponent can press C and D at the same time to make a very powerful attack that switches levels, and if that hits you, that is pretty much like 1/3 of your health right there.
Ah, right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
They might fall for it once, but not twice, so to speak. Oh, my balls. They actually misspell Taekwondo, which I like. Alright, let's bring in Joe and see what he has been up to. I think it was Fatal Fury 2 also that added the super specials, which are absolutely hilarious because they have a 1 in... I think it's something like 8,800 chance to happen when you're doing your desperation attack. So you can literally play this game for years and years without seeing it happen a single time. Wait a minute. That didn't hit at all. Something fishy going on.
To be honest, everything so far in this stream has pretty much been quite suspicious, really.
Well, it's usually suspicious for different reasons. I mean... finishing with a jab, despite my best efforts not to. Really, I am dreading the day when we start moving into the King of Fighters games and I have to take this shit online and take on people in the stream chat. I'm going to be destroyed. Jesus Christ.
Yes, Chimera, that lady really is into this fight, isn't she?
She was supposed to go somewhere with her kids and then she realized, whoa, two hot muscular guys just kicking each other's ass in the middle of the street. God, watch this. Ah, bad timing from my side. Stop being such a nice guy, Kim. In any case, let's bring on the big guy. You might remember him from my 45-minute long Fatal Fury videos, sort of like the last 25 minutes of it. He is naturally completely useless in this game compared to his completely unstoppable murder mid-boss variant in the first game. Because he's huge, he's slow, his hitbox is enormous, and he basically has no real attacks of value whatsoever. He does have some pretty decent grappling moves though, the problem is that they are usually complicated to get right. There we go. It's just me, does it look at Kim's portrait when he's wounded like he's lost all his front teeth?
A bit, and yeah. Also, half his cheek is gone.
That was a terrible round, really. What the hell? Now we're up against Andy Bogus. We can at least watch him played. AI will probably show you off his techniques a lot better than I will. In any case, Andy is actually one of those characters who really enjoyed a improvement in both technically and in general mechanics, because in the first game he was pretty bad. But now he actually has a decent speed. Ooh, there we go. Area switch attack. And now he actually has a decent fireball that doesn't take like twice as long as everyone else's to fire off. And for those of you who have noticed, yes, the other Fatal Fury 2 characters are in the background of this level. Just enjoying ice creams, sitting around, doing whatever they feel like, basically. There's Terry, for example. And Mai is enjoying her ice cream over there, watching her future fiancé and actually future husband fighting. I'll leave it to you to figure out which one of these two men that she ends up marrying.
Also, I wonder if they're still there if you're actually playing on this level as one of those characters.
That is a very good question. Very good question indeed. Apart from the results, it was a good match. Well, let's give that a shot. What happens if we bring Mai in? We keep a close look at in the background. She's still there. Not very well done, guys. Not very well done. Oh, Andy, you and your understated celebrations. Trying desperately to remember the inputs for her techniques, but there's simply nothing coming because I never play Mai. Good lord, I'm being ruined here. Why do you even bring up the continue screen if I don't have any credits, you silly, silly game?
Well, usually that would be the point where you're desperately trying to shovel in more.
I suppose. Alright, let's try the remaining characters just so that we can have shown them all off. Playing as Kim is actually pretty fun normally. He is one of those characters that in the early King of Fighters games, he was absolutely ludicrous. You could chain his kicks to some absolutely crazy combos. His main lacking, of course, is the fact that he doesn't actually have any fireball variant attacks at all. He actually needs to get close enough to kick people. Then again, that is usually not that much of a problem, because he has a lot of high mobility attacks. Among other things, he has one of the highest jumps in the game. Oh god, analog stick, why are you not obeying me?
Really, it's just not a good idea to be playing this sort of game with an analog stick.
No. If it was an arcade stick, yes, it would have been perfect, but this is more of a nub, so it does... Whoa! There might show have one of the possible wall attacks. Nice of you.
Huh. That looks like it requires some crazy precision to do.
Yeah, it does. As I said, they have a lot of interesting things to this game that either takes incredible luck or incredible skill to pull off. I also look how incredibly serious everyone looks in the portraits, and I will look at the in-game sprites like Kim here, who's staring at the palm of his hand going do 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 do.
It does look a bit Southern Bumpkin though. So, are those women just waving reeds around?
Yeah, why not?
Some very early and utilitarian cheerleaders.
Go. Actually, though, just to make a point, those are actually swords.
Ah, okay. Very green swords.
Yeah, for some reason they're green. I like how he actually stopped his taunt mid-taunt in order to be able to land a tiger upper on me. Oh, ow. That was a beautiful counter. I got wrecked. Alright, let's bring in the one person that could possibly defeat him. A fat guy. This guy was always a bit interesting to me, because according to the game, I believe they state that he uses Wing Chun, but the actual hand movements he uses are from the start of the style of Choi Li Foot, which means that they are completely different. Still, it's not really something that people are expected to know, I guess.
We kind of hope they do some good research when making a fighting game.
Incredibly annoying sound bites, as you can hear.
Mm. Also, suspenders don't strike me as being terribly practical for fighting it.
Not really, no, but when you're as rotund as he is, you probably need them just to keep your pants up.
Well,
my power is a mystery of the Far East. Well then, let's bring in the resident pervert. This man is the teacher of both Andy Bogard and Mai Shiranui, though I don't quite remember how they are related. I believe Mai is his granddaughter, though I'm not entirely sure of that. He's also an interesting character in that he has really short range, but he does pretty decent damage with each hit, and he has some absolutely ridiculous technical moves that I naturally don't know how to do. But he is very much the expert's character. Again, not me. I mean, seriously, look at that front kick. You can't reach shit with that. And that was Fatal Fury 2. Joystick back and save. Oh, where's the quick save button then? Game over. And stream over, actually. We've kept a pretty decent pace, stayed up way later than we should have, worrying our mothers, but we've actually finished all of 1992. Wonderful. Right, so sadly it is time to say goodbye as always, and I'll start by saying thank you, Johnny, Amadeus, wherever you are, lost in time and space, for being here with me. And of course thank you Overminty for hopping in to save me and sticking with me.
You're welcome.
And of course thank you all you viewers who hopefully have been at least somewhat entertained. And look forward to next week when we start on 1993. The week after that, though, will be the first stream I miss since I started streaming, because that is Christmas Eve. And I sincerely doubt that my family or your families would be perfectly fine with me sitting down at 8 PM on Christmas Eve to stream video games.
I think
yeah.
I'll understand that one.
Please do go on, Overminty. Give me a decent comment. Give me a decent comment to work off here.
Well, I was just thinking when it comes up to 1993, you're not actually going to have too much to do from what I'm looking at. It's literally a total of 6 games.
Yes, 1993 was a bit of a dry spell, and then they really pick back up in 1994.
Oh yes, does look indeed that case. But nope, thank you again for a good stream. I had fun, and just a shame there was so much underhandedness going on, it seems.
Cloaks and daggers and general skullduggery, gentlemen.
That appears to be the
No, I
case.
don't like it. Well, it could have been worse, and we all know that a large part of it was that I am terrible.
As always.
Thank you all once again, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.
See you next week. Have a good evening.